The battle for bronze continues to be a battle for history as both squads, the Alpha Insurance Protectors and the AEP CABSTARS, have yet to clinch their very first Spiker Surf podium. Now the story unfolds as two underdog teams persist in proving themselves worthy of the league's Big Four. The Alpha Insurance Protectors fighting for their pride and purpose, while the AEP CABSTARS showing that their capabilities or their composure drive their capabilities. Volleyball fans, it's game 2 of our Battle for Bronze series, and we're coming to you live from the Phil Oil Center here in San Juan. May Reyes at your service, reporting courtside. Welcome to the 2026 Spikers Turf Open Conference, where power meets passion.
De La Noche again rising to the occasion. Umandal denied. The game number 1 go to the CABSTARS.
We are back inside the Phil Oil Center in San Juan for game number 2 of our Battle for Bronze in the 2026 Spikers Turf Open Conference on Pilipinas Live and on One Sports Plus. AEP CABSTARS alongside Alpha Insurance already are assured of their best finishes respectively in Spikers Turf history, but of course, the bronze will be their ultimate goal after this series. That will be our first game for today, to be followed by game number 2 of the Crisscross King Crunchers taking on the Savage Spin Doctors, as Crisscross would look to book back-to-back championships here in the Spikers Turf. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. This is Vix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Ronnie Magsano. Coach Ronnie, the past couple of games we've seen CABSTARS having the number of Alpha Insurance.
It's all about mastery. But for them, it's getting a podium finish, something that is a milestone in their franchise, but of course something also that the opposing team of Alpha is also trying to secure for their team.
Let's go back to game number 1 of this series. CABSTARS won it in straight sets. It wasn't too easy though, Coach Ronnie, as both teams reached 20 points in all of the sets.
When we get to the postseason, nothing is never easy. And in this particular contest, things could have gone either way. But eventually, I felt that Vince Lorenzo's thumbprint was all over this Game 1 win for the CABSTARS versus the Alpha Insurance team. In this particular contest, the CABSTARS had a slight edge in terms of the scoring skills, 59 to 53. But then again, you have to mention the defense that they were able to impose against Alpha Insurance, who were dead set in pushing this match into a possible 4th set, and what could have also been a 5-set match, but eventually ended in 3 straight sets. As we look at the numbers, that illustrates how the CABSTARS were able to take care of business against Alpha Insurance.
You mentioned all departments going for CABSTARS. Vince Lorenzo had a monstrous double-double in that matchup, but we also have to talk about the production of Jao Umandal, who had a rare start in this conference for Alpha Insurance, but he did perform, becoming Alpha in game number 1.
That's correct. He led this team in scoring with 15 points, a rare start for the former national team player who helped the Philippine team win the silver medal in the 2019 Southeast Asian Games. Once upon a time, played in Bahrain as a reinforcement from UE to UST. This pride of Caloocan was a former MVP in the Spikers Turf in 2023. Also an MVP in the PNBF in 2024. Number 4 in spike percentage, 3rd leading scorer for their team. Expect Jao Umandal to be at his best as they try to push the series into a possible game number 3.
Only start number 6 out of 14 games for Jao Umandal in this conference in their previous matchup. But now let's talk about a usual and consistent starter for CABSTARS in J-Rack De La Noche. Tiger Power nga ang kanyang pinakita sa atin ng game number 1.
From UST all the way to the biggest landscape or the biggest runway of men's volleyball in the Philippines, a best opposite spiker in season 85 in the UAP, a 2-time silver medalist in the UAP in seasons 85 and 86 right now at present. Number 1 in scoring, 151 points tallied so far. Number 5 in spike percentage. Number 2 in aces and continue to lead the way in scoring. And we talk about offense is the top gun for the CABSTARS, and that's why they're ahead by 1 game here in the best of 3 series.
3 times that they have reached 20 points in this conference. 2 of those have come against Alpha Insurance. Now, we do invite you to become active on social media. Do post your comments, maybe even pictures, thoughts on social media with the hashtag #SpikersSturf2026. And we'd like to hear from you. Maybe during the game, we can give a shout out to you as well with your thoughts on our comment section. Now, we're ready to turn you over to our venue announcer to get things going.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 Open Conference of the Spikers Turf, where power meets passion. This is Game 2 of the finals for the bronze, where both these teams will compete, and we'd like to introduce our contenders. We have our Alpha Insurance Protectors and the winners of Game 1 of the finals, the AEP CABSTARS. Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Second referee, Mr. Joffer Educado. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Alpha Insurance Protectors. To begin with their team captain, who wears jersey number 16, Jefferson Abunyawan. At number 3, Billie Jean Anima. Wearing jersey number 6, John Michael Apolinario. Number 15, Edward Fan. At number 18, Romelito Baptista. And number 21, Rams Wesley Pajolo. Starting liberals, number 24, Ricardo Alfaro. Head coach, Mr. Fritz Mike. And introducing the winners of Game 1 of the finals for the bronze, the AEP CABSTARS. Let's begin with jersey number 1, Captain Gabriel EJ Castaño. Wearing jersey number 12, Paul Brian Malayba. At number 13, Fena Guaza. Number 18, Michael Christian Doria. And number 23, Jared James Schnacke. Starting liberals, number 24, Vince Patrick Lorenzo. Head coach, Mr. Christian Antiporta. This match 9, the battle for the bronze, Game 2. Open conference of the Spikers Turf, where power meets passion.
We present to you the starters for the Alpha Insurance Protectors. As you can see, it's a lot different to what we saw in game number 1. Alpha Insurance will go with its original members,
shall we say, the actual core that they used in game number 1 of their conference, which they won versus this CABSTARS squad, who, as we mentioned, have won 3 straight versus Alpha Insurance.
Just one change for CABSTARS on the other end, as Michael Doria will start ahead of Dave Lardizabal.
It's all about staying alive here in the series for Alpha. While closing out time beckons here for the CABSTARS, enjoying one of their finest conferences ever, and they're still here in the Spikers Turf.
Ready with their best finishes in the history of the Spikers Turf. But then again, why not get that bronze medal? We do have to mention, though, Coach Ronnie, that you'd want to win as fast as possible, because if Alpha Insurance wins this game and Chris Cross wins later on, wala na pong game 3.
Wala na. At para kay Snacky, baliwala sa kanya kung ano man yung iniisip ng iba. But for him, from Signal, moving to a different direction, and having an outstanding conference to showcase what he really has. Remember, he was someone who was taken in by the men's national team, or rather by Coach Dexter Clamore, when they played his team abroad.
He was a setter even back then. Certainly has found his role as an open spiker, as now Abunyawan gets the first point of Alpha, evening things up.
These are former Spikers Turf champions who saw limited playing time, but right now have grabbed the opportunity to really be among the best players here in the Open Conference.
The score of 1-1. Michael Doria gets his first point. Great activation by EJ Casanya.
And there's a reason why this team is one win away from the bronze medal. You have EJ Casanya, also a part of Signal for the longest time, pushing the offense of the CABSTARS into a potent one, especially with those kind of shoot sets.
Even had 28 excellent sets in game number 1. A tough save there by Snacky. And how about that? Malaiba just had to send it over to the other side, then he scores a point.
8-point scorer in that 3-set win last time that they played just the other day. Malaiba quicker to the draw, and the reaction time of Alpha was nowhere to be found. Down 2 points here in set number 1.
Malaiba really owning his role as a floor defender. This is one of the things that you have to sacrifice with him guarding at the net. Kaholo making it easy on the one-on-one.
Did not score in game 1. Came off the bench in set number 2, but definitely even more playing time can definitely explode and push their offense into a more potent one.
Kaholo did end set number 2 on a high note, had back-to-back games scoring in double figures, 16 versus CABSTARS and a dozen versus VNS. That was in round 2 of our preliminaries, as Abunyawan gets a monster block from the middle.
Back-to-back points here coming from the green shirts. Abunyawan and Kaholo, 2 key players for this team. And that was an offensive block here coming from Abunyawan.
Back and forth we go. 3-all to start this matchup in game number 2. Service for Camposano going wild. Really long.
Cargado pero sobra naman. At itong si Camposano is number 10 in scoring. Right now is second best just behind J.M. Ronquillo. And talk about the leading scorers for the Insurance Protectors.
4-3 CABSTARS. Kaholo, the lefty, dug up but backwards by EJ Casanya. And this is a chance ball for Alpha. JM goes on to Baptista.
Baptista, 2 points of the bench performance in game 1. Good misdirection along the middle to isolate. Tied at 4.
Oh, another service error, Coach Ronnie. Don't want to pile this up if you're Alpha.
Both teams limited their error count to a bare minimum. 17 for Alpha, 16 for the CABSTARS in their game 1 encounter. Well, let's see what lies ahead. 5-4 scoreline here in set 1.
Service by J-Rack de la Noche. Backs it on to Kaholo. Found in open zone.
One of the biggest heroes for the CABSTARS in that game 1 win, Vince Lorenzo, who had a double-double game, was not able to keep this ball up and in play. Good drop shot here against the double block.
Sakto. Wala kay Rance Kaholo, the former UP Fighting Maroon.
Nagulangan ng veterano ng Spikers Turf.
Kaya nga. Kaholo, nice serve. A steady pass there by Snacky. What a hit by De La Noche. Now it's Baptista. Tipped upwards and he scores again.
And 2 of the first 6 points coming from Baptista. And there's a reason why Coach De Los Santos started out with this unit. Sabi mo nga, hinugot yung starting lineup kung saan sila nanalo. Laban sa CABSTARS, maaga pa dito sa ating conference. Third service ever. Oh, service ace.
Yeah, there you go. Rans Caholo meeting the line. Well, they did tell me, Coach Ronnie, that the vibe was different yesterday. There was a special sense of excitement from this score. And they're hoping that it will pay off as it has so far. 7-5. Nice serve. Malaiba met at the net, but that still drops.
Malaiba, dinaan pa rin sa mas malaking blocker. And Billy Anima has been at the top of his game. Also moonlights as an assistant coach, by the way. But Malaiba says, take this. Point number 2 for Malaiba out of the 6-point output.
PB joins the back where he usually feels at home. Schnacky will hit. Going cross and long.
No touch. Attack error gives a 2-point edge to Alpha heading to the first technical timeout.
Back inside the Phil Oil Center, you're still watching the 2026 Spikers Turf Open Conference. Having awarded the Player of the Game honors in their Game 1 win, Vince Lorenzo of the AEP CABSTARS shared with me earlier that it was all driven by hard work and enjoyment. With all smiles nga, nasabi na rin, it's actually his first POG honor sa buong Spikers Turf career niya. Unexpected, but might be long overdue as well. And with the momentum for medal on their side, they took the day yesterday as the time to rest and recover. All the way from Manila to Kabuya. Ano sabi nga ni Vince, yung Cinderella run nila ng buong CABSTARS team is basically inspired by their journey to trainings from a newly built team to now on the brink of bagging their first bronze. So for this game, let's see if they're well rested and well recovered to seal this series. But for now, back to you, Mix and Coach Ronnie.
Journey really is the word because it does take time just for them to reach their training sessions. As now we have a challenge on that service ace. It's crazy to think, Coach Ronnie, the first POG award yun ni Vince Lorenzo after playing more than half a decade already here in the Spikers Turf.
And you're putting that in a good way.
Yes, of course.
Oh, really, a big surprise. This kind of talent who's been around, helping out teams win consistently. But huli man daw at na-delay, magaling pa rin itong si Vince.
And again, he's already been recognized, even a part of our national team last year in the World Championships.
Yes. A national player in his own right. Good read in that last sequence. Hindi back-to-back service aces, kundi isang error ang nangyari sa service. At ang ating talaan ngayon ay 9-7.
That's right. Off the serve by Guaza. It's Camposano going off speed. The save by De La Noche. This will be a free ball given up. Out of time for Apolinario. Wow, how about that hit by Edward Camposano?
And right now what we are seeing here is Alpha has devised ways to score against the net defense. Drop shots, slide play, and Camposano likes that really well. That running hit for a 3-point edge.
A rare running hit for an open spiker, but we'll take it. D-ball down the line. How about that save by Baptista? Camposano denied. It's Michael Doria.
Apolinario went to the open and this time ambushed. First offensive block here para dito sa team ng CABSTARS. Ayan.
Kuwang-kuha ni Michael Doria getting the start over Dave Lardizabal. And here's EJ Casanya who has a full front row with Doria, Schnacky, and De La Noche. So our defense should do well for them with Malaiba
and Lorenzo at the back. But Campusano says that's not going to be a problem for me.
And again, some decoy moves, misdirection actions, isolating the designated attacker. And that has been a constant here in set 1 para sa Alpha. A part of their game plan on offense for sure.
Polinario at the back now. With a Bunyawan in front. Cajolo and Campusano. Schnacky gets one back.
Unbelievable performance this conference for Snacky. Coach Dexter Camor put it so well. Kaya nila inuwi dito kasi mahusay.
Tama.
May laro.
Plus, I've heard great things about how he's worked alongside teammates off the court. As now Cajolo gets a point for Alpha Insurance. Masaya daw kasama kumbaga itong si Jared Schnacky.
Magaang.
Magaan kasama.
Napakalaking bagay niyan. Pa-fishball lang kayo, ayos na.
Oh, that's going to be far and away for De La Noche to try to even save.
Up 3, down 4, 7-point turnaround here para sa Alpha. And this, I think, is at least 4 errors in set 1 alone here para dito sa CABSTARS.
Ironic compared to what we saw. A clean game number 1, relatively speaking. And now we have an error.
Second service error para kay Campusano. At least 4. At least 3 aces scored by them. Pero meron ng 4 na service errors din para dito sa Green Shirts.
Nag-go off set lang. As it is now 10-13. It's Cajolo. Thought he found an open zone. Guaza sends it to zone 5.
Again, I'll say this as a matter of fact. These are champion players when they used to don the jerseys of Signal. And Guasa's also been, once upon a time, a best middle blocker here in the Spikers Turf.
That's right. He was shining with the Navigators.
Correct. Oh.
I remember one of May's reports as Baptista scores. Guaza's actually used to this type of team na nasa third, fourth place.
And again, those drop shots come fire here para sa CABSTARS, helping the Protectors reestablish a 3-point lead.
De La Noche on the one-on-one. That's too easy for J-Rack.
Missed one earlier. And this is the #1 scorer right now.
Nice set by Casanya.
Alam mo yung masakit lang dun sa ibang mga players ng Signal, no? As they decided to go na hiatus. Yung inabot nilang team, nag-bronze. Hindi nag-champion, di ba? Katulad nila J-Rack.
That one goes outside for Billy Anima.
I believe it was Kinda University that was beaten by Chris Cross in the finals.
That's right. That's correct.
Oo,
That's
at,
correct.
Nag-bronze finish naman ng Signal dun sa Invitational Conference na yun.
So will it be back-to-back bronzes for De La Noche, Guaza, and Lorenzo, also Schnacky?
Majority of Apolinario's sets here in set 1 have been to Cajolo, and Cajolo has responded really well. He is the biggest thorn against the defense right now of the white shirts.
Getting it in between the blockers.
Laki rin kasi.
That's right. And he seems to be really perfect at that right pin. Cajolo getting an ace.
Another service ace given up by the CABSTARS, will falling behind by this much again as we reach the second technical timeout.
Back inside the Phil Oil Center in San Juan. We've been mentioning that this is already really good for CABSTARS and Alpha Insurance because CABSTARS in the previous campaign, they were 7th place in the 2023 Invitational. That was a fun conference for us. Remember that? Ang daming team nun.
Pag invitational kasi talaga off-season ng mga teams eh. Pre-season lumalabas para sa kanila yung ating mga teams from the collegiate ranks, di ba? While ito naman ang runway para sa Alpha Insurance.
2025 Open, 5th place, Invitational, 7th place. So things are looking good. They have been progressing in the Spikers Turf.
And definitely what inspires these teams is Saboch.
That's right.
Oh.
Who will play later on in Game 2 of the finals versus Chris Cross. But A reminder for you guys, UAAP Season 88 Volleyball is in full swing. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Filipinas Live app. Also available on the UAAP Varsity channel and One Sports, because legends start here. But this is where power meets passion as J-Rock de la Noche scores with a D-ball.
And finally, yung first ball dito ng CABSTARS ay hindi na bumula. Paulit-ulit na aces, problemado sa passing, but this time able to get their offense in a better flow. Lead down to 2 here para sa Protectors.
Things being tight, much like it was in the 3 sets of Game 1. Schnacky, oh, he was under. Even the sound of the ball was quite awkward, but somebody touched the net.
Clear as day. Our first referee motioned right away. So they dodged a bullet. Could have been another attack error. This one, that touch. Clear as day. 2-point run here for the CABSTARS. Kabuyaw All-Stars.
Yes, 15-16. Oh, that was inside for Baptista.
Baptista, Kaholo, the biggest contributors here offensively. But Anima once again supplied that decoy move.
Yeah. Make it easy for your wing spikers. Baptista, don't normally see him attacking because he is normally deployed as a service specialist.
5 service errors. 3 service aces. Yan ang mayroon ng alpha from the first line of offense.
Now we have Joshua Ramilo in the game to serve, having replaced Nas Guaza. Ramilo came off the bench as well in the 3 sets versus Alpha Insurance in Game 1. Ooh! Anima mistimed. Free ball. Casanya choosing the open. And a point off the block for Jared.
I like the leadership of EJ Casanya. The composure that he brings to the table. Down by as much as 3 earlier or by 4 earlier. Kampante lang siya. Sige lang. Execute lang.
He really provides a steady presence on the court. Anima.
I remember that EJ Casanya, much sought after playmaker ito until he landed with Signal. And also help out Signal win a couple of championships.
Not the tallest of setters, but a genius on the court.
Oh yes, one of the smartest playmakers.
Oh, nice block by EJ. But was there a net touch? Mukhang malinis.
Pero merong challenge dito. Attempted drop shot, returned to center. Can it be a 2-point lead or will we have a tight scoreline at 18 apiece?
What a beautiful turnaround it has been for CABSTARS. We haven't dropped the set versus Alpha Insurance in this battle for 3rd series. In round number 1, again, Alpha Insurance took over in the very first game of the conference. That was in 3 sets. Ooh, mukhang meron. Manipis, pero meron.
Nakapatong yung kaliwa eh. Tied at 18.
Paiwas pa lang siya, pero nahuli na. And the challenge is successful, so we're tied at 18. In round number 2, it was a win by CABSTARS in 4 sets, which was also the case in the semifinals. Alpha Insurance looking to get back on track versus AEP. Schnacky, good block. Casanya going way overboard. A challenge here by CABSTARS, a net fault, that's what they want. At may umamin ba?
Parang wala.
Wala, may nag-celebrate lang mula sa CABSTARS. I don't know why. Could have been a moment for EJ Casanya. Maganda sana kung pumasok yun para sigurado na.
Anong challenge? Ball in, ball out or net fault?
Net fault.
Net fault, ayun.
I thought I saw the net move. But then again, with the type of hit of Casanya, tumama din ba sa net yung bola? Hindi. Yung player lang.
Ayan, no?
Oh, the body.
Minsan kasi talaga hindi mo mararamdaman eh. Oo.
Jersey lang kaya yun? Kasi counted ang jersey.
Mas counted talaga yun.
Mas lalo mong hindi mararamdaman yun kung jersey lang talaga.
Randam mo yan pag daliri.
Oo.
Diba? Kaya iba umaamin na eh. Pag hindi umamin, huli ka rin.
Meron po tayong challenge system. We just saw a double sub, by the way. It's Jerome Lopez and Don Nadera.
Yeah. The Dawn.
The Don. Alpha Insurance clarifying things before they proceed. Kaysa naman matawagan ka ng positional
Mahirap,
fault.
mahirap. Oo. Pati yung kung sino magsaserve talaga eh.
That's right.
Pwede naman magtanong.
Tama yun. Nice dig by Alfaro. Chased by Lopez, and here's Vince, or Don Nadera. Gotta get used to calling him Don.
Nice.
Down the line for J-Rack.
Again, if you can just see what goes on inside the thought process ng mga playmakers, no? Kung saan pupunta, bakit pupunta. Gandang pag-aralan. Kasanya was in firm control of that transition play para dito sa CABSTARS.
I'll be honest, Coach Ronnie, as a Bunyawan is not able to get it through. It's one of the things I appreciate about you. Because you do recognize the setters a lot. At pag naaral mo nga talaga yun, mahirap nga naman because everything happens in real time na sobrang bilis.
Saka hindi naman dumadating yung bola sa'yo kadalasan, hinahabol mo
Exactly.
yan.
Tapos kung hindi natin mapapatay, drop mo lang natin sa kamay ng kalaban, baliwala yan. Di ba? Gawa natin ng paraan. Di ba? Sayang eh. Lumamang na tayo kanina, pinabayaan pa natin. Di ba? Sayang ang ulitin ko, sayang ang nakakapasa tayo gamitin natin. Let's go. Tara. Let's go.
You can understand the tone of Coach Mike, bit of frustration there because they were leading already.
Sometimes when you start feeling good about yourself, that starts a little slide. Especially against a team which held them off. Doon sa unang game, lahat naman ng sets, dikit eh.
Loads, yes. They
Oo.
scored 20 in all.
Yes.
The first one actually was extended, 26-24.
So sa end game, nagkakatalo.
Tama.
Kung saan patibayan na at pakuntian na ng pagkakamali. The drop shots that were scoring early on for Alpha are being returned to them, and a series of offensive blocks here para sa CABSTARS.
And a full front line. A great part of the rotation for EJ Casanya. Lopez back sets onto Don Nadera.
Wow. Through the block. Linis for the Don. This set has been a mystery. Up 3 points early. CABSTARS suddenly Protectors ahead by 4. And then down by 3.
A series of runs.
Mahirap yun, ha? Kasi race to 25 lang.
That's right.
Kung matapos sa 25.
Tignan natin.
Oo.
May tendency humaba ang mga sets ng dalawang team na to.
Kasi sa labas ng Phil Oil Arena ay mga 37, 38 degrees.
Gusto nila hapon sila alis dito. O paggabi na. It's J-Rock de la Noche scoring again.
Hot as ever. Again, Vince Lorenzo, thumbprint all over that last point. But what about EJ Casanya's reverse set?
Yeah, only one blocker.
Yes.
It's another excellent set.
Saka sakto yung bigay.
Oh, wow. That's a fireball by Cajolo.
So Apolinario says what EJ can do sometimes, or most of the time, I can also do as well. Apolinario, just like Imperial of Sabuch, yung increased level of play, yung mga nagtulak sa kanila para makarating dito sa podium battle.
That's right. It's been a nice journey as well for Apolinario in the spikersturf. Pala iba, iniiba ang dynamic ng laro.
Kakaiba. At kanina naka-dengoy, di ba, ng isang puntos.
Oo.
So hindi namimili ng bola. Look at Ishnaki with the up to the open. Maliba may not be one of the taller spikers, but definitely it's vertical and big heart.
Yeah, tapang lang.
Gives him a distinct look.
Dasig now serves.
What a serve.
Cajolo off the block. A major point for Alpha.
Oh, indeed. Could have been a first set point para sa CABSTARS. Instead, Alpha breathes down the neck of the CABSTARS.
It is 21-23. We have a timeout before we proceed. Coach Kitty wants to talk to his team.
pass, okay? Advantage J, advantage ka ron. Kasi
Okay.
nandun yung outside nila. Maliit ha. O go. Pasa lang tayo para ma-activate yung middle, ha? O go. Kailangan mapatay na to. Stop to. Let's go, let's go.
Mic check.
Masyado na talagang sanay si Vince Lorenzo sa liga natin. Pati siya, alam niya na kung nasa ng mikropono.
Mamaya-maya pang interview, Vince.
Gusto niya kasi back-to-back player of the game.
Tuwa nga ako nung nakita ko talaga. Sabi ko, napakahusay nito na to be recognized. Saka very calm demeanor.
Oh,
No?
he is.
Di ba kasi flashy, flamboyant.
That's
diba?
right.
Siya hindi.
Low-key lang, pero
Low-key.
effective. It is 23-21 in favor of CABSTARS. De La Noche again, a great set by Casanya.
When you get to this point of the set, who do you go to? Porsyentuhan na tinatawag. And again, those soft magical fingers of Casanya helps out J-Rock De La Noche score another critical point para sa CABSTARS.
3 set points for AEP. That's a shack pass. Baptista. Saved by Lorenzo. Bit tight for Casanya who sends it through. And a free ball will be given up by Rans Cajolo. Casanya will choose the open. Malaiba reading the D, but what's the call here?
Lifting.
Lifting.
Oh. Masyadong matagal.
Good eyes by the referee because that could have caused a scramble for Alpha. Ayun.
Na mahinga yung bola.
Tama, tama. Okay, so it's 22-24. Guaza blocked. That's gonna go out. So a point for Nas Guaza to end set number 1.
Another tricky move on the part of Casanya. Nandyan sa De La Noche, nandyan si Malaiba, pero hindi niya kakalimutan. Ito, hindi nababantayan. 25-22. 25-22, tama ba? 25-23. Anyway, CABSTARS winning set 1, coming from behind laban sa Alpha.
Set number 1 was a comeback win for AEP CABSTARS 25-22. You already heard the tone of Coach Mike Santos change midway through set number 1. So let's see if there will be changes come set 2 for Alpha Insurance.
It's just when we thought that Alpha had control of set 1. DJ Casanya takes better compass of his team. Offense definitely much better. Defense holding court because of Vince Lorenzo. But eventually overtaking itong protectors during the end game. And Malaiba, of course, Guasa as well, and the rest of the CABSTARS will be rewarded by at least +5 points out of the errors committed by Alpha. And eventually, it snowballed against them. Dahil nung time na lamang sila, doon lumabas yung net defense ng CABSTARS. At nung time na lamang ang CABSTARS, nanganak yung kanilang errors, and eventually, that led to their downfall in set number 1.
9 errors, just too much, especially compared to game number 1 when both teams averaged 5 per set.
Halos kalahati na yung lalabas eh.
And if it weren't for those errors, it might have been a pull away already for Alpha. CABSTARS, on the other hand, will gladly take it. They haven't lost a set in the battle for bronze. Look at the slow smiles from AEP CABSTARS on the other end. A bit more serious on the side of Alpha Insurance, who will look to stay with their core.
No movement with their personnel. Well, para dito sa team ng Alpha, nasaktan talaga sila sa service line dahil lalamang sila pero magbibigay sila ng free point. At eventually it caught up with them. Dahil doon din nakabalik at nakadikit and eventually naging paraan, naging step para sa CABSTARS na makuha muli yung kalamangan which they did not surrender till the final point of set number 1.
So now we welcome you guys to set number 2. Thank you for joining us on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. This is Mix Gomez at your service alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanong and May Reyes. After this, we'll have Crisscross versus Savage, game number 2 of their final series. The King Crunchers up 1-0. But Savage already defeated them in the semifinals. Let's see if they can turn things around later on. To begin set 2, it's a setup for Doria. Ball returned and now to J-Rack. Nice block.
They had one offensive block. They had one kill block as a team. But that was early para sa Alpha this time. Points scored against De La Noche on that offensive block coming from Ed Camposano.
First serve for Anima. Lakas dun. A lot of power from J-Rack, even on the cross. That the dig went outside.
Alam mo, for some, alam mo na todo yung lakas eh. Kasi makapal yung katawan eh. Pero si J-Rack, tignan mo kung gaano kanipis.
Exactly.
At hindi naman malaki yung braso, pero ang lakas talaga.
Which is very impressive for J-Rack De La Noche, who has trained with the national team. It's Abunyawan, ganda ng ikot, pero sumobra ba? Yes, it did.
Abunyawan na 2 points in set 1. Commits the first attack error here in set 2. 2-point run para sa CABSTARS. 2-1 scoreline here in set 2.
Here's EJ Casanya. First ball by Camposano, who will get it back against 3 blockers. Lorenzo there to clear it up. EJ with a quick look and a back set. Ball over, and here's Camposano tipping it through. That's tight. Regalo.
Too much. That's why Lorenzo wanted that. But Shnaki got to the ball first.
And you gotta admire the initiative, but then again, it could be risky at times. Hindi ganun kalinis yung drop. But way ahead was Camposano to at least get a point.
Wow.
Kaholo, through and through.
Galing, no?
Layo ng set.
Oo. Saka yung 180 twist by Apolinario, who we were referring to.
Polinario also has assistant coaching experience in the
Yes,
PBL.
marami sila.
Siya, si Nadera, si Anima. Oh, nice dig by JM. Ball centered, and here's Kaholo. That's really wide.
Difficult on that break ball. So palitan ng puntos dito sa ating pangalawang set.
3-all. We saw this as well in set 1. Off the placement serve, Camposano scores. Tamaan pang referee doon.
Sabi ni coach kanina, hindi pwedeng pa-drop-drop lang. They're giving us a chance, diba? Gawan ng paraan.
Nung una kasi gumana pa eh, pero alam na ng CABSTARS.
Gumana, nagulangan nila at nagulangan eh.
De La Noche, gulang baka mo?
Such a gifted player really, no? And then, again, I'll say this, siguro in the last 2 years, I've seen the elevation of the talent level, no? Up to now, increasing. At augurs well for men's volleyball, really.
And we've seen it pay off in the international waters. There's a net touch.
You see Che Gupiteo also emerging
Oh, that's right.
as one of the top players here this conference. Eh, pang middle blocker yung taas eh.
Totoo.
Pero parang si Leo Ordiales na dati namang middle blocker ni Coach Dante siguro. Who made a big name for himself, a big splash
That's right.
in world volleyball, di ba? Dito sa ating bakuran.
Oh, yes, his future is so bright. Wow. A lot of power from Guaza, who scores off the block.
That was a haymaker delivered by Guaza, who scored, by the way, the final point of set 1 earlier.
Off the block as well. Sobrang lakas, lumalabas.
That was
Bola.
a hit, a swipe. That was a haymaker.
5-all. Kaholo. Nice. That's a monster block for Nas.
First one against Kaholo. That's why Guaza celebrated that. We haven't seen Jao Mandal yet.
Not yet.
The leading scorer para dito sa Alpha sa Game 1 ng ating Best of 3 series in this battle for the bronze.
Strong serve. Anima gets it through. Oh, looks like he stepped. Overstep siya. He crossed the line. So, CABSTARS now has a 2-point advantage. You see that attack again.
There.
Nasi Apolinario.
Oh, the center.
Good eyes by the second referee. That was tough for Apolinario. And a chance ball for EJ. Back to Nas. Had to reach for that one. Cajolo, 2 blockers. Sino? It's Malaiba. Medyo malayo. Nabitin.
Rare miss coming from Malaiba. Nabasag na ni Casanya yung double block eh. But a miss by Malaiba. Stops a 2-point run. That's the lead to a solitary point.
His teammates are already excited for him.
Although Guasa wanted that set earlier dahil kapupuntos lang niya.
Easy return there by Alpha. Now they have a chance. Back row tip. Scramble forced. And here's PB. Oh, safely through and still scored.
Went for the soft off-speed move. Malaiba, 1 out of 2, 50%. Not bad at all, especially when you're ahead by 2 points at this point of the set.
You're also watching the 2026 SpikersSturf Open Conference. For the Alpha Insurance Protectors, this Game 2 is not just a game for redemption, it's not just also a game for regrets as well. And you know, as Jao Mandal shared with me his observations in their Game 1 performance, sabi niya nga nandun yung willingness manalo, pero hindi yung matapos. Talking about how Endgame proved to be one of their main struggles this postseason. And so really treating our match at hand with all or nothing. They don't want to be stuck in a slump of errors and regrets. As much as naninibago pa nga rin si Jao sa makulay na jersey ng Alpha na green and yellow, the adjustments to the team's system are still growing pains for him. And so charging everything to experience. Let's see if Jao Mandal and the rest of the Alpha Insurance Protectors will charge their way through this game. But for now, back to you, Mix and Go, Tron.
It's tough to hear na andun pa rin sila, struggle sila in terms of adapting to the system at this point of the conference. But then again, what did we expect, no? With the revamp that happened. So, Coach Mike just had to deploy yung mga alam niyang matagal niya nang kakilala, familiar na sa system nila. But will it actually pay off? And even in the end game, which May pointed out, they lost in set 1 in close fashion.
All these things are part of the process really to get better. But it always helps when you have very good players, something that they were able to do. Add on, Ronquillo, Umandal, Crisilang, para sa Alpha, para naman sa CABSTARS, may Casanya, may De La Noche, may Shnaki, may Guaza. So the process will be a part of every team, no, to get better. Pero yung materialis na meron ka, hindi mo basta-basta makukuha yan.
This is a very deep Alpha team, as we just saw a miscue there between Apolinario and Anima. Remember,
miscom there.
Remember, this Alpha team actually has players in the NCAA.
Correct.
Sina Barbie San Andres, sina Rocky Motol. And when they return, come the Invitational Conference, that's going to be a big question to us again. How will the lineup look like?
Correct.
For Alpha Insurance?
And those are champion players that you're talking about, by the way.
Which makes me remember, we want to congratulate Coach Arnold Lanyog as well for winning Coach of the Year in the NCAA with CSB. Siya pong assistant ni Coach Mike Santos dito sa Alpha Insurance. Shnaki got a hand. Apolinario decides to attack. Natamaan. Headshot si Vince Lorenzo. One more. Campusano down the line.
CABSTARS were on their heels. Unang-una, napaluan ni Apolinario Shisnaki was not ready actually for Apolinario. Went for a sudden attack.
Good way to pull in. Now just down 1. Steady pass by Vince. It's Shnaki in a bawi. And that was wide open for Jared.
Well, they needed that. Shnaki has not been able to score as heavily as he did. Although 3 points ang natala niya sa unang set, they need more from him. De La Noche, Shnaki, both constants offensively para dito sa CABSTARS.
Really gonna challenge that down the line with Apolinario. Oh, what's the call?
The touch. Oh,
It's by Camposano. Now we have JJ Javelona in the game for Edward Camposano. Ayun.
layo ng pinanggalingan, ano?
He tried to do a bit of a matrix, pero
Yes, yes.
kulang. Kailangan full Keanu Reeves ka dun.
Mahirap yun.
Oo. That's gonna be a point back for Alpha Insurance as a Bunyawan.
Biggest lead earlier para sa CABSTARS. Alpha fights back.
The captain scores. A lot of FEU players here. Actually, that front line is an FEU front line, and they're still wearing yellow and green. Javelona and Cajolo are former FEU MVPs in high school. Shnaki goes cross.
Coming alive here. Or touches from Casanya for Shnaki. Unbelievable performance sa semis itong si Shnaki. Lifting his game 3 notches higher. Oh, almost an ace.
Off the save, it's Cajolo. Put up by JJ Javelona. Back to Rance. Hit it long.
Looking for a block touch, none given. Going long, going deep. Trying to attack zone 6. Instead will overshoot. And they'll be down by the biggest deficit. Behind by 4.
Shnaki, 5 attack points. He averaged 18 points per game in the semis.
Grabe yan.
Here's Casanya. Open, Malaiba, nice reach. Shoot onto JJ with a fadeaway hit. What a back set. J-Rack sent back. And a beautiful sequence for net defense for JJ Javelona.
There were 2 blockers right in front of De La Noche, and that's the reason why they were ready. This one. Sa reverse set, ayan, no? De La Noche went cross instead of going down the line, and a point here ensued para dito kila
Javelona.
Bilis.
Oo, bilis talaga.
Bilis
Yan,
nung
quick
kabig,
hit.
oh. Side out agad.
Yeah, it really is a much faster set as well compared to set 1. As now it is 15-11.
Maganda rin tanungin sa mga setters paano nila inaalagaan yung mga kamay nila, no?
That's a great question. Maybe May can help us out with that. Kung makakahirit siya mamaya in AJ.
Sa kung bako-bako na ba yung mga daliri nila o maayos pa naman.
May workout ba yun?
Diba? Paano nila? Diba? Kasi yan ang puhunan talaga nila, eh.
That's gonna go long. And we saw 5 of those. 5 service errors in set number 1.
Total of 9 errors as a team. That led to that first set loss para dito sa Insurance Protectors, who are now behind once again by 4 points.
Couple of top performers in this game. We have Rats Cajolo and J-Rack De La Noche. That's our opposite spiker matchup. Rats Cajolo, a former MVP for FEU in high school, has 9 points. He's also a former Fighting Maroon. He's been going in and out of the lineup because, again, of the depth of Alpha Insurance. Kapalitan mo nga naman si JM Ronquillo, among others. J-Rack De La Noche on the other end. He's been the top scorer all conference long for CABSTARS. 7 attack points to show for so far in this game. Currently, they are leading 16-12 in set number 2 after winning set number 1. So they're well on pace to bag the bronze, their first ever bronze medal in the Spikers Turf, if they continue like this. Now, UAP Season 88 Volleyball is in full swing. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Filipinas Live app Also available on the UAP Varsity channel and One Sports, because legends start here. Ito na po ang culmination ng volleyball peak season, no? Dahil
Tama.
finals na ng Spikers Turf, pa-final 4 ng UAAP, pa-finals na rin ng PVL.
Sa madaling salita, tail end
Tail end.
of the volleyball season.
Sulitin na po natin dahil may onting pahinga after this. 13-16. The serve goes long.
When you're down by a game here in the battle for bronze and behind by one match, rather behind by one set, mahirap yung margin for error na kakapal. Kumbaga paper thin, gakuko.
Yeah.
Dahil pag nagkamali ka pa, mababaon ka na ng 2 sets, parang napakahirap bumangon.
It is 17-13. PB Malaiba. Lopez back sets. Nadera denied by Schnacky. Good timing by Jared. And this is a free ball. A push by EJ onto zone 5. Back to Nadera. And a block by Guaza.
Not the tallest middle blocker, but definitely, you talk about vertical and timing. Meron si Guaza niyan. Look at this push. There you go, tracking that ball really well.
Pasang-pasa. Tinas Guaza making it a 5-point lead. And we're back with PB Malaiba. Some clarification here between the second referee and a couple of our staff members.
Ayusin yung
Camera.
Oo. Ika-calibrate.
Onting pihit lang. Okay na.
Expensive cameras, by the way.
Oh, yes.
That system.
But very helpful for us, obviously.
Oh, no doubt. Erases all doubts, diba?
So here's PB. What an unsung hero he has been for CABSTARS.
Oh.
With the loss of Vince Abrot, he's had to step up. Service error though for Malaiba. Service specialist all season long, now a starter in Romel Baptista serving. Reception by Lorenzo had to be chased by Casanya. 3 blockers and Jared sends it long. Signal for challenge. Coach Kitty says nope. We push through.
2 straight points. Down 5, behind by 3. Can they have a better end game here in set number 2?
Oh, another service error. My, oh my.
So you take 1, you give 1 back.
And the lead is 4 as Ramilo returns. Same substitution as in set number 1. Joshua Ramilo with a big smile on his face. Javelona. That drops. Schnacky a bit too late.
First point for Javelona, by the way, off the bench in today's game. Attempted pancake by Schnacky will not connect. Javelona had 7 points, played all sets as a starter dun sa unang laban sa Battle for Bronze.
Couple of games back, he did reach double figures. That was against Chris Cross. As Schnacky will just get it off of the hands of the blocker.
The ability to make the adjustments of a broken play. There you go. Hindi naman palakasan, kundi gulungan.
20-16. Javelona. Down a hand. Lorenzo right there for it. And here's Schnacky again. Nice denial by Donadera.
On a single block. Something that keeps them above the waterline late here in set number 2.
And a good way to end your stint on the floor as the double sub returns. Cajolo and Apolinario. (2017) back set J-Rack 1-on-1, too easy.
Again, losing traction of a 5-point lead. Who do you go to? Have no fear. J-Rack is here.
Yes.
It's isolated. Definitely an excellent set coming from EJ Casanya.
CABSTARS back to it. Lorenzo with a jump set onto the right. And J-Rack scores again.
And as they say, sometimes liberos acts as a secondary setter. Look at Vince Lorenzo.
In terms of recruitment din nila yung Coach Roy, napakalaking bagay na champion libero and setter yung nakuha nila.
Sus Mariosep. Takes years to build those types of special players.
Yes.
Sometimes it never materializes at all. Diba? Hindi naman lahat nagcha-champion at hindi lahat nagiging minted individual players. Para kang tumama sa sweepstakes.
Yes. As you can see, they're really sticking with this core of new players, tong CABSTARS. Seeing much success with it. Chance ball for them. Sanya onto J-Rack. Hammering it home.
What you can say about De La Noche is that he may miss in the early goings of the set. But when the going gets tough, he will not.
Oh yes,
And
there you go. Clear opening for him.
number 1 scorer. Among how many players do we have? Lagyan natin sa 20 yung pool. Sa 6 na teams.
120.
120. Lagyan na sa 20 ah. Meron siya kahusay.
Yes. That one going really wide for Cajolo. Kasamang gigil. And now we have 6 set points.
And these errors have taken away the pressure off the shoulders of the CABSTARS kasi hindi nakakadikit ang protectors.
Bunyawan scoring from the middle. Everything has to be perfect moving forward for them.
Good pass leading to that shoot set. The captain delivers but still behind by 5 set points.
We're going to have to see 5 straight serves from Jeff Bunyawan. Inago na ni Vince ang first ball. Malaiba! Denied and nobody there to cover.
Lorenzo slipped. Coverage from the defensive specialist or the floor manager, Ika nga, was not there anymore.
He would have had to dive right to save that ball. Kita mo, nakapagod din naman talagang ginagawa niya.
Oh, naman.
And we have a timeout.
I-rebound natin.
Jay,
Paluin sa blocker.
Jay, advantage ulit tayo doon.
Okay.
Gawa ng outside. Go, go. Kailangan mapapasa.
Pwede tayo mag-rebound.
Kailangan mapakomit yung...
Go.
Let's go.
Hey, Cubs! We saw this in set number 1 as well. Tumatay mga si Coach KT. Pamatay sunog lang. It worked out in set 1. Will it happen again as they try to protect this 4-point advantage? They need 1 more to just go 1 set closer from that bronze medal.
A bronze medal that may glitter like gold for them.
First ball, PB. Back sent to J-Rack. Still saved by JJ. It's Baptista scoring off the blocker.
That's good defense para sa Alpha. Down 5, behind by 3. Good character shown here by the protectors, even if they are on their heels.
They're gonna need 3 more. Jeff Abunyawan back to it off of the point by Romel Baptista, the former Adamsonian. EJ with a quick look. Sino ba? Oh, still saved. And back onto CABSTARS. Same guy. Put up and chased. Oh man, that was dangerous, but Apolinario had to go for it.
That was strong, stronger, and strongest for De La Noche. Mabuti meron silang puhunan sa dulo dahil lumaban naman ang Alpha. And eventually De La Noche closes out the second set.
25-21. AEP CABSTARS figuring things out versus Alpha Insurance, and they continue to do so. Let's see if they can hold on to this. Will it be another straight set match, or can Alpha Insurance bounce back?
back inside the Phil Oil Center. You're still watching the 2026 Spikersturf Open Conference. The AEP CABSTARS are one set away from winning the bronze medal against the Alpha Insurance Protectors. And I'm here with the head coach of AEP CABSTARS, Coach Kitty Antiporta. No, Coach Kitty, ang ganda ng smile mo. Kasi balita ko, pahinga daw kayo kahapon.
Oo, nag-full rest kami kahapon para makarecover lang yung mga players. Kasi after game namin dun sa crisscross, so medyo masakit yung mga katawan. Actually, si EJ nga may sakit ngayon eh. So hopefully, naging maganda naman, although nag-rest naman kami ngayon.
Yes, we can see na maganda talaga yung pahinga ng CABSTARS dahil nanalo na nga kayo ng 2 sets. Now, Coach, isa na lang, you will win the bronze medal officially. So how will you make sure na strong finish yung AEP CABSTARS?
Same pa rin. Kailangan namin ma-maintain yung consistency inside the court. Okay? Tapos yung energy, yung first 2 sets kasi nawawala yung energy namin eh. So maging aggressive lang uli kami para makuha na namin yung last set.
And there you have it. Coach Kitty Antiporta of the AEP CABSTARS, well-rested and all smiles. Now turning this over to you back, Mix and Coach.
It's really nice when we get to interview Coach Kitty. I feel his confidence on the microphone. Actually, may vibe nga na parang kinu-coach niya rin si May with the way he answers. Shout out to Coach Kitty Antiporta. They're off to a great start. Up 2 sets to none here. They're 1 set away from potentially bagging the bronze medal in this conference of the Spikersturf. So, Coach Ronnie, ano naman ang nakita mo sa set number 2?
Well, nakita ko na hindi lang yung error count ang naging problema ng Alpha, kundi yung kanilatang floor defense, una. Pangalawa, yung offense ng CABSTARS, kahit dalawa lang yung lamang dyan sa attack points, iba yung offensive flow. Pangalawa, mahirap maghabol laban sa team na very composed. And the Alpha, if they cannot stay close and try to fight back late in a set, mahirapan sila. They have to try and build a lead in the early goings and to put pressure on the CABSTARS, who seem to feel that they can handle itong insurance protectors even if the going gets tight. Eh, hindi nga nagiging tight eh. Except dun sa unang set na kung saan nilamangan sila. Pero dito sa set 2, halos hindi nakausad, hindi nakaabante ang Alpha against them. Kaya parang nakikita ko na si Jao Umandal na maglalaro na para dito sa insurance protectors.
We've been mentioning him as a top scorer in game number 1. Still looking for him in this matchup as we show to you Michael Doria getting a start in this game and enjoying his time with PB Malaiba and the rest of CABSTARS. They're just loving this.
Di pa natin nakikita rin na kasamang mix si Chris Silang.
Yes.
Yung isa pang premier setter dito ng Alpha, who also used to play for the Signal HD Spikers.
And Silang was the one starting all conference long. This is actually only the second start of Apolinario in the entire conference. By the way, the 2026 MPTC Tour of Luzon is back, bigger, bolder, and tougher than ever. Local and international cyclists face a grueling 14-stage battle across 13 provinces and 5 regions. An 1,800-kilometer test of endurance, speed, and strategy. Don't miss a single moment. Catch all the action live on the Pilipinas Live app, also on One Sports and One Sports Plus. We thank you for joining us on our coverage for Game 2 of the Battle for Bronze. This is Mix Gomez alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanov and May Reyes, who mentioned, who heard from Coach Kitty na may sakit si EJ Casanya sa araw na ito. And
may sakit pa yan?
Oo, yet he has 14 excellent sets already as you get to see Jao Mandal finally on the floor.
Definitely, this will be a major test para kay Jao Mandal to try and rescue this team.
Starts at the back, Baptista sending it wide. It's an error to begin set 3.
Away from the double block, but definitely way too wide. I thought that he would try to go for a cut shot.
He had 7 attack errors in set 2 after having 4 in set 1. Same guy, Pambawi sana, sent back by De La Noche. Bunyawan couldn't score, and here's Jared Schnacky who gets it over Jao Mandal.
Early lead for the CABSTARS. And this is already the red flag para sa akin, para sa insurance protectors. Maski ganito kaaga.
2-0 First ball, Zhao, he will be the target, that's for sure. Cajolo scores. Mandal had a look onto their bench.
Good passing coming from Mumandal. At sumama sa middle blocker na si Abunyawan. Yung depensa para ma-isolate itong si Cajolo.
Now Zhao joins the front. See what he can do. Schnacky, off speed, nice switch up.
Showing also that he has that variation in his offensive arsenal. Again, the learning process has to be quickened. Magamit ka, hindi ka magamit, you have to find a way. Pero dito, sobra extended and extensive minutes for Schnacky.
3-1, Cajolo. Was it zone 1? Yes.
Missed a lot in that set 2 loss. Now has scored all of their 2 points here in set 3 so far.
That's Cajolo now in double figures for the 3rd time in this conference. Malaiba, wow, that looked smooth, but still put up. And here's Zhao. Scoring off the block.
Spikersturf MVP, PNBF MVP.
National team player and
Yes.
import once upon a time.
In Bahrain, 2019 silver medal team that played in Manila. Member si Zhao Umandal niyan, lest we forget.
De La Noche, the cross.
That's a rare miss from De La Noche.
And it really went wide. Almost hit the LED. (4-3) Jefferson Abunyawan.
Good fight back para sa Alpha. They've won 4 of the last 5 points since being behind.
Shank pass. J-Rack sending it long. Make it 5 of 6.
Right. Bruce Cajolo, chiefly responsible for this fight back for the green shirts. And Umandal also doing his share, even if it's a late entry for him in this match.
Lorenzo now grabbing that reception. Palaiba with a cross. His hitting has been explosive in this matchup. PB dug up by Baptista.
2 straight times from Baptista.
Mandal denied. That one going softer than usual.
First offensive block here para dito sa CABSTARS sa set number 3.
Anima. It's been quite a while. Love that celebration. Tagal natin nantayan.
Yung first set naman, panay ang puntos niya. May slight play pa nga para sa kanya kanina. Time from Imperial.
Oh! Hammer time, Nasguaza.
What about that adjustment coming from EJ Casanya? Ailing and all, not a problem. One-shot mind, help out, secure the bronze. Guaza, wide open.
He was all alone, unchallenged, unhinged. That's tight. EJ will counter to the open. PB, nice. Really happy for this guy, PB Malaiba. Normally, you'd see him struggle with the tall blockers that we have in the Spikersturf.
Sometimes all players need this vast experience, the playing time, or at times also a different environment.
It's gonna go out.
Error count for the CABSTARS mounting here in set number 3. 4 in set 1, 6 in set 2. About 4 already here in set number 3.
We're only at a combined 13 points. J-Rack the ball way overboard. And Alpha Insurance will lead us to the first technical timeout, 8-6.
Back inside the Phil Oil Center, you're still watching the 2026 Spikers Turf Open Conference. Aside from the games where he was a player of the game, some notable experiences that J-Rock De La Noche shared with me that he will remember for this conference as well was winning a set or two against the league's top 2 teams, showing how they can perform to their full potential over time. And just like the saying goes, Mix and Coach Ronnie, malayo pa pero malayo na. The AEP CABSTARS have reached this far, pero sabi nga ni J-Rock De La Noche, sobrang saya pero mas masaya kung third sila. As motivated as he can be with a message from his family, banat lang. And to translate from Ilonggo to Tagalog, banat means laban. Now back to you, Mix and Coach Ronnie.
I love that. May natutunan pa tayo mula kay May. Maraming salamat.
Banat lang.
Banat lang. At bumanat nga sila no, kontra sa Savage at sa crisscross.
Ayun ang sinasabi ko kasi pag kumakain ako ng banana Q eh.
Banat lang.
Lang. O, kasi tatlo lang ang laman eh, di ba?
Oh.
O, gusto ko 4.
Oh, ito. Pupunto si Jared Schnacki with that block versus Billy Anima. It is now 8-8. Baptista pushes through. Sent back. Billy with a save. Romel again. The push onto zone 1 and it went outside. Sayang yun para kay EJ Casanya.
Kantong-kanto sana ang delivery ni Casanya. Instead, it's another 1-point lead here para dito sa Alpha.
9-8. Alpha Insurance still looking for their first set win in this series. That's not gonna help.
2 straight service errors. One from Umandal, the other from Billy Anima.
Look at Coach Mike Santos and Jao Umandal. Recently inserted. Here's Nasguaza. That was in. An ace straight to the line.
Don't be surprised. First line of offense, that's a masterpiece para dito kay Guaza.
That was really exact. Not sure if he hit it perfectly, but he'll take it. Over reception, the drop will not work.
They'll challenge this for sure.
Reaching beyond the net ang tawag.
Tumawid na ba o hindi pa?
Kaya natin kailangan yung camera na inayos kanina.
Ayan, oh, nakatapat. Oh, sakto. Dami niyan.
Ilan nga ba? Ilan nga ba?
Dami yan sa system. Ito pa, oh. Dami niyan.
Sa yun sa mga iniiwasan ng players kapag humahabol sila. It looks good, right?
Yes, oh, tumawid na. Inabangan niya eh. Hindi naman niya sinalubong.
So we replay the point. Good job, Jared Schnacki. And we're back with Nasguaza serving. Coming off of his ace. Reception by Jao. Nice pass. There you go. Abunyawan activated.
The second excellent pass coming from Jao Mandal.
Jao Mandal keeps on looking at JM Ronquillo, by the way. It seems like they have a bet going on or something like that. He's being challenged to receive well. Schnacki tumama sa antena.
Two-point run para dito sa mga naka-verde. Try to go for that line shot. Too tight.
Too tight. This is JM Apolinario. Played it short. D-ball. Oh, that must be really good for Romel Baptista.
Suddenly, De La Noche can't seem to find his offensive flow here. Once again, down by 2 after having a 1-point lead at 10-9. 3-point run para sa Alpha.
12-10. Babawi ba? Schnacki denied. No coverage.
4-point run. This is what I was talking about para sa Alpha. Now, CABSTARS will feel the heat.
sige, okay na yun, wala na yun. Kaso, yung energy natin sa loob ng court, nawawala. Diba? Compose lang ulit tayo. Sure lang ulit tayo sa gagawin natin. Okay? Vince, pass mo na. Yes, coach. Pause up.
patapos na. Guys, ganito lang. Wala na tayong pasa nga. Huwag natin pilitin paluin ng paluin sa blocker. Tatlo lang naman. Tara. Side out. Let's go.
DJ
Hey, go! Hey, tapos na.
I like that. That moment by EJ Casanya where he just took over. Parang papunta na rin siya dun. Pagiging coach.
Dexter Clamor, champion setter in the NCAA under Coach Maki Carino and of course Coach Sammy Akailar. Transition from a champion player in the Spikers Turf to a many-time title holder.
Yeah. Could be the same case as well for EJ Casanya as
Marami
now we
sila.
see a service error.
As the talent wheel continues to roll, doon papunta di ba, eventually.
Casanya has 18 exited sets, by the way. Caholo will score on the cross.
Caholo has been a major part dito sa resurgence ng Alpha. Down 2-0 since that time. They have not just put a lot of pressure on the CABSTARS, but their offense definitely better than the CABSTARS in this set thus far.
14-11. Baptista with 8 points to his name. Nice reach by Doria. Took quite a while as well.
Kailangan mabigyan yung middle hitters kasi hindi masyadong nakakabomba si Snacky at saka si De La Noche. Katulad yung nakita natin sa unang dalawang sets na nakuha nila.
14-12. Umandal! Bomba baka mo.
Wow. Again, we've been looking for Jao Umandal and this with reason. 15 points in that set, game 1 loss. Almost a 50% clip or accuracy. One of the leading scorers para sa kanila and in the top 5 in spike percentage as well.
Oh, down the line. It was in for De La Noche. Making it look like target practice.
Let's see if this will start. De La Noche scoring heavily once more here para sa CABSTARS. Wala tayong nakikitang masyadong rally rito. No?
Wala nga. Mabilisan ang side out. Guaza put up. And here's Caholo with a cross.
That was a point waiting to happen para sa CABSTARS. Instead, in transition, Alpha turns that last point into 16. Up by 3. Second technical time.
So again, we'd like to remind you guys that we have our Volleyball All-Star Showcase inside the Candon City Arena this coming May 1. Reveal na po yung starters natin for the Spikers Turf. The reserves will be revealed on April 20. So please, stay tuned for that. We have Team Power versus Team Passion for our All-Star game. Of course, we have Coach Tai, Coach Sydney leading the way. We have starters elected by fans, reserves selected by press corps, the coaches, the officials as well. Exciting yan kasi major event for all volleyball fans in the country, men and women.
Bumoto ako dyan.
Me too.
Pati sa PBL.
Kumusta yung voting experience mo, Coach?
Ayos naman. Siyempre, as a fan also.
Yeah. It makes you feel like a fan, right?
Yes. That's just a tribute sa ating mga men and women who are volleyball heroes sa mata ng maraming nakatutok at sumusubaybay sa larong volleyball.
I'm sure that May 1 day will be explosive for the volleyball community. But now exploding is Nas Guaza.
This is a milestone para sa PBL at Spikers Turf.
That's right.
First of its kind. And right now, the CABSTARS will have to come from behind here in set 3 if they're to close out this match and secure the bronze in 3 straight sets.
Bago tayo mag-All-Star, dito na tayo sa Kabuyaw Stars,
Yeah.
who unfortunately just served us an error.
Too many errors for them here in set 3. Siguro papalo na to sa halos 10.
We did mention, simula pa lang ng set 3, iba na ang takbo natin in terms of errors. Strong serve by Jao as per usual. Patong, and it works for Jared Schnacki.
That was a rare back row play para dito sa CABSTARS. And Kasanya going to the pipe.
Always great to see a play like that. Deceiving to the eyes and to the defenders, obviously. Baptista, nagkagulo yung blockers doon.
Wow. Baptista, Cajolo, very effective hitters. And right now, still ahead by 3. Again, the strong end game is something we are looking for from the protectors.
Red play, and wide open at the back for De La Noche.
Not this time, says Baptista. De La Noche, total of 11 points. 5 in the first, 6 in the second. First player in double figures. Schnacki with 10 heading to set number 3.
18-16, we're back with Joshua Ramilo. Back set onto Nadera. Nice setup there by Jerome Lopez.
Yes. At naglalaro ito sa San Beda University. Fixture na rin siya sa SpikersSturf. Another young talent discovered here.
Did he play for Santa Rosa before?
Naglaro ito sa ibang team sa SpikersSturf. Eventually recruited by San Beda. Again, still no sign of Chris Silang. Apolinario and Jerome Lopez alternating. Although majority of the time it has been Apolinario.
19-16, Schnacki. Ganda ng angat. And he scores.
Can they bring it home? Referring to the CABSTARS.
Still down by 2 here in set 3. EJ Casanya utilize his full front roll. Ardizabal now joins it. That's an ace for EJ.
I thought that was going long.
Wendell wants a challenge. He looks really confident about it, but it seems like Alpha will let it go. Tingnan nga natin.
Out? No?
Could be, could be.
Way out.
19-18, Cajolo able to tip it through.
Above the waterline. Lead swings back to 2 points.
Ito na, end game na tayo. Can Alpha Insurance hold up? This is what Jao Mandal told May Reyes a while ago. De La Noche cross. That was sharp.
I believe De La Noche scored 3 of their last 4 points. Coming alive here. Top gun of the SpikersSturf.
And we can see a lot more of that. 19-20. Tight for Jao. Hasn't been the cleanest of sets for him. De La Noche. The save by Baptista. And a chance ball. Which option, EJ? To the open. BB.
Will miss.
Over and beyond.
Costly miscue. Errors hurting their chances. Ilan na kaya ito sa third set para dito sa CABSTARS?
21-19. Here's Jeff Abunyawan serving. Jared Schnacki getting ready to play defense. First ball belongs to Vince. Nice timing by Billy Anima.
Up 3. Late in the third. Answering the call, answering the challenge. 8 errors for the CABSTARS. Alpha only with 4.
Coverage. May coverage sa atin eh. Okay lang, sure lang ulit tayo dun sa gagawin natin. Ha? Okay na may bibigay ni EJ eh. O, diskarte lang tayo. Ha? O, sige na. Okay na. Habulin natin.
Next ball. Hey, let's go! Hey, come! Start! Shout out po, Clark.
So, consistent tayo, Coach Ronnie. Ang laki ng differences ng errors natin from one set to another.
Sobra.
It's usually the biggest differences or the biggest difference that we have among all categories.
Yes, yes. 10-9 para sa Alpha, 19 in 2 sets, di ba?
Yes.
Kanina, oo. Pero ngayon, 4 lang. Bumaliktad ang ihip ng hangin.
Is that a no-look serve by Abunyawan? And here's PB Malaiba. The save by Caholo. JM goes to the open. Umandal a bit far. He's having a hard time just connecting with the Polinario.
Hindi niya makuha yung rhythm niya so far.
22-20. Here's Dave Lardizabal. Started the past couple of games. Came off the bench in this one. It's Caholo. Added power to it. Referee ruling it CABSTARS' way. But we have a challenge.
Ball in, ball out.
Oh, yun. This would be big.
Kala mo, laki na nalamang ng Alpha, no?
Somehow, some way, CABSTARS is keeping it tight.
Pag tinignan mo yung flow ng laro,
Yeah. In or out? That was out. The challenge will be unsuccessful. It is 21, serving 22. Alpha Insurance now in a bit of danger. We have a timeout.
Billy, magre-read block sa middle yan. Ha? Pag maganda, bigay tayo ng middle. Ha? Kailangan patayin mo yung middle. Ha? Tapos iwalay mo lang. Pag kailangan, bato mo kay Joe. Sa taas mo, kaya abutin na Joe yan. Tara, let's go. Sige.
Hey, Alpha!
Let's go, let's go.
22-21. Jao Mandal talking to Romel Baptista. Can they come alive in the clutch and hold on to this advantage? CABSTARS would like to end this game already and bag the bronze. First ball, Jao. Can he get it? It's Anima. Casanya counters with J-Rack. Nice save by JM. Alfaro pushes to the right. The tip by Caholo. Still put up by CABSTARS. And a chance ball. JM. Umandal. Still no point. Lardizabal off the clear out. That's tight. Pushed back and outside off of Jao. So we have a deadlock.
Casanya played like a libero in that last sequence, by the way. Saving that last point. Tied at 22.
Lardizabal will now serve for the lead. What a comeback again by CABSTARS. Much like set one. It's Caholo. Nice save by Lardizabal. It's BB denied. Coverage by the middle blocker. Back set to J-Rack. Sent it to the back. Baptista right there for it. Caholo off speed. BB centers it. Schnacki will give up a free ball. It's Caholo. In or out, it's in.
Lost opportunity para sa CABSTARS. Transition. Longest rally of the set. 23 here in the third. And Caholo to the rescue. Cut shot delivered.
23-22. Caholo now proceeds to the back. Steady pass by Vince. J-Rack. Oh, tough dig. It's sent back to AEP. Guaza. Put up by Apolinario. Manato will bump it to Jao. Oh, it's way overboard. But there is a check.
Black touch. Clear as day. 2 set points para dito sa Alpha.
He really had to punch that one through. 24-22.
This is embracing the challenge here. Nothing was easy. Hindi nila maiwan at nakatabla at 22.
2 set points for Alpha. J-Rack. Oh, what a dig by Apolinario. Umandal again. Put up by Vince. EJ to the middle. And a nice response by Guaza.
They saved 1 set point. We had 1 extended set in that game 1 win, by the way, para dito sa CABSTARS, laban sa Alpha. Guaza has risen to the occasion time and again here in that spot para sa CABSTARS.
A chance to tie. Give us an extension. J-Rack de la Noche will serve. Oh my goodness. That was painful. An error to end set number 3. And this will be the first set win of Alpha Insurance in the Battle for Bronze series.
What a fight back. Still alive. We'll go to set 4 shortly.
We are not yet done for our Battle for Bronze game number 2, as Alpha Insurance finally have gotten one versus AEP CABSTARS here in this series upon the entry of Jao Mandal. Even though we still had moments from Nasguaza and company, Billy Anima and these green shirts were able to finally snatch one.
And I thought that the CABSTARS shot themselves in the foot. Too many unforced errors, attack errors going haywire, and eventually it caught up with them as they lost an early lead, had to fight back late in the set, and when they were able to tie the scoreline at 22, committed some errors that hurt them, and eventually led to a 3rd set win para sa Alpha Insurance Protectors.
So they had a total of 10 errors in the first 2 sets, 9 in set 3 alone. And again, among all categories, the biggest difference would be seen in the errors.
Yun naman ang trend eh, di ba? Halos pata sa lahat ng bagay. But I thought that those 13 attack points para sa CABSTARS, hindi ko akalaing aabot ng ganyang numero because they struggled really to find their groove. But make no mistake about it. In the end, it boiled down to those transition points para sa Alpha. Kasi doon nagkatalo eh, nung tied at 22. Chansa para sa CABSTARS sa pumuntos. They defended De La Noche really well, and in the return plays, either Umandal or Caholo, who now leads the way in scoring, by the way, for Alpha, were able to puncture the defense of the CABSTARS.
Caholo had 7 points in set 3 alone. De La Noche leads for CABSTARS on the other end with 15. There's Jao Mandal. He was only inserted in set number 3. Struggled a bit, but we still felt his impact even defensively with his receptions.
Yes. Natural lang yun, mga kapa, dahil alam naman natin na major player talaga ito.
Good to see him communicating with Billy Anima on the court before we proceed. But we do thank you for joining us on One Sports Plus and on Pilipinas Live. This is Mix Gomez alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanop and May Reyes. Later on for our second game, it will be game number 2 between the Crisscross King Crunchers and the Savage Spin Doctors. With Crisscross 1 win away from bagging back-to-back titles. That's going to be a point for Jared Schnacky to open up set 4.
They started with a 2-0 lead in set number 3. Eventually lost steam. Probably a little complacent. No? It happens. Kung akala mong hindi napapalag yung kalaban, eh, banat pa pala. Laban lang. Sabi nga ni May.
Tama. Banat lang. They had what? 5 of the next 6 points after going down 0-2 in set 3.
Oh.
And as you can see, they're answering back again.
nabuhayan na eh. Diba? And the skipper Abunyawan scores the first point here off the block point to open up set number 4 para sa kanila.
First ball, Schnacky. Now it's Ardizabal, always with the full swing. De La Noche with much aggression there. You can really see the intention from him.
The onus is on De La Noche really. His level of play slid a bit, no? At dahil doon, nalamangan sila na maaga. And in the end, a service error will cost them as that will give itong Alpha point number 25 to close out set 3.
They had 4 points in set 3, but the errors offset that as now Kaholo finds an opening. A miscue as well for CABSTARS.
Pati floor defense ng CABSTARS sa set 3, talagang hindi yung as sharp as we saw in set number 2. That was a simple swipe.
Hindi alam kung sino kumuha.
Kaholo nearing his conference best. O conference best na ito ni Kaholo.
Let me check. It is already his best game scoring-wise. Baptista also.
Correct.
This is his conference best.
So silang dalawa talaga, BC combo. Baptista and Kaholo.
Okay na.
Banat lang.
Banat lang. Kahit sa mga nickname. As that return works out fine for CABSTARS.
Mandal called for that violation. So palitan ng 2-point runs.
Now we have Dave Ardizabal from Netran serving. Nice pass by Romel. Bit far for Kaholo, but it works out fine.
Playing the game of his life. All pumped up. Diagonal point, cross-court delivery. Works for Kaholo. 2 of their first 3 points in set 4 from Kaholo.
He now has 18 big ones in this matchup overall. This is Captain Jeff. Sanya to Guaza. Nice setup.
Right in front of Billy Anima. Excellent pass coming from Schnacky.
Guaza now in double figures as well. Gusto ko yun. May wing celebration si Jared Schnacky. That's out.
Played seamlessly in the first 2 sets. But they need him to be at his best if they're to close out this match in 4 sets.
And at his best would mean efficiency. Asanya. Oh, wow! Timed perfectly by Billy Anima.
I'll say this is a matter of fact, no? Yung mga players na nag-coach na as assistant coaches, nag-improve yung level of play.
Oh, yes. I completely agree. Billy Anima, ito, kagagaling training lang kanina, yung next led.
Yes.
Before tayo mag-start ng Battle for Bronze, the Chameleons were here training. Umandal, denied. Now it's Anima. Able to get it off of Nas Guaza.
2 points off Nas Guaza, an offensive block, and an off the block point. Ito yung sinasabi natin na mas may pressure na sa CABSTARS.
Energy shifting here for Alpha Insurance. Sharp serve by Kaholo. BB gets it through and he scores.
The reason why they won the first 2 sets was Schnacky was scoring, De La Noche was at his best, and Malaiba was also a force to reckon with. They need him to be once again a prime-time performer dito sa ating 4th set.
6-all. Safely in. Mandal coming from behind. Lefty hit there by Anima. And here's Jared Schnacky. Practically a chance ball. Umandal! Sumobra sa kanan.
Continues to miss. Meron siyang hinahanap na nabigay eh, no?
Still couldn't get it. Let's see if they can adjust accordingly. Trailing by 1, 6-7. Anima, that's a great delivery to him by JM.
3 points here in set 4 for Anima. Kaholo with 2. That's 5 of the 7 points.
Anima, after scoring only 4 combined in the first 3 sets, will look to tie that here in the opening moments of set 4.
That only comes if your passing is at a very high efficiency.
7-all. Toss a bit far, and yes, it cost that error for Jao Mandal. First technical timeout of set 4.
Still here inside the Phil Oil Center. You're still watching the 2026 Spikers Turf Open Conference. From struggling with their end game, the Alpha Insurance Protectors are now changing the narrative, especially after winning that third set. And sabi ni CNC lang kanina sa akin before the game, they really tend to overthink during the game. So now they will no longer be overthinkers, but rather doers. Doing and playing not for themselves and the surnames etched in their jerseys, but playing for Alpha, the management, and the fans. So despite Alpha's bench being too deep already and still missing their key players in Barbie San Andres and Rocky Motol, just like you mentioned earlier, Mix and Coach Ronnie, they will all play with that same fire and same eagerness to win this do-or-die game until the very end. But for now, back to you.
More doing, less thinking. Yes, that is a great lesson. Lalo na, nasa laro ka na. All the thinking should have happened before the game, during your training sessions. An error by Nas Guaza, making it 8-9. Billy Anima, Ramel Baptista and company will look to give us a 5-set match in the battle for bronze. Can they pull it off? Spinning set by Rizava gets it over Baptista.
I haven't seen that from the CABSTARS in this game. That was the first time they launched this point of attack. Oh, nice crisscross move.
But this is the favorite of their
Oh,
Rizava.
naman. Good preparation.
29 excellent sets for EJ Casanya. My goodness. Talk about a flu game as Alfaro sends that wide.
Up 3. Will this be the run that gives them gap and separation here in set 4?
Here's EJ. Off the nice pass, it's Baptista denied and no coverage by Jao.
Big offensive block by De La Noche about Baptista. Comandal holding on to his left wrist in that last sequence.
I'm looking at the numbers of EJ Casanya all season long.
Conference best na rin ba niya to?
Yes, it is. On a flu game, my goodness.
Marami mga athletes ang gano'n, ano?
Mas ganado pag may sakit.
Naalala ko, marami na.
And look at this, they're on a roll, 13-8.
Their defense fighting the offense of the Protectors.
That's another excellent set. That puts him to 30.
Right. And now it's De La Noche coming alive here in set 4.
Tapos mo sa likod. Ha? Tara, sayang yung pasa natin. Makakapasa tayo. Diba? Tara. Go. Hey, Alpha. Oo nga, ano? Press mo lang. Press mo lang. Pagka wala.
There has to be a drastic change here for Alpha Insurance. Jao Mandal communicating with his teammates.
Nabawasan yung error count ng CABSTARS dito. Malinaw yun. At yung floor defense sila na mabula sa umpisa ng fourth set. Tumibay. Lalo yung kanilang net defense. Very effective.
It's Baptista on the combination. That was good.
Good height by Abunyawan. Baptista answers the call. Again, the passing. leading to this point by Baptista. Ganda, tumutupi pa sa ere.
Oh yes. At lagi siyang may signature turnaround
Galing, oo.
celebration niya. It's a conference best performance as J.M. Apolinario serves an ace.
Down 5 earlier. They call timeout. They string up 2 consecutive points. That was against the best player of the game. The first match of the series, Vince Lorenzo.
J-Rack, clean.
Baptista had an offensive block earlier against De La Noche in that set 3 win. Lightning will not strike twice against J-Rack De La Noche. One track mind, close out the set and bring home the bronze.
Cajolo, got a hand.
That
Shaded side out.
not too fast as the leading scorer para sa Alpha.
He's nearing 20 points. Baptista in double figures for the first time. EJ, nice delivery again. Oh, the return by the libero, Manato. J-Rack, one guy to beat. Manato
Wow.
chasing it. Great job.
Camera is down. Ay, hindi. Challenge ano yan.
Challenge
Manato
camera.
again.
Cajolo will send it through. CABSTARS to capitalize. J-Rack still put up by Baptista. Back set. Cajolo! And Alpha Insurance definitely deserved that point.
This is the way they played in set 3. In the longest rallies, in transition, they would always get the upper hand. Down 5 at 13-8. They won 4 of the last 5 points to only be behind by this much.
It is now a 20-piece for Rance Cajolo in this matchup. Lardizabal inside.
Of the block point. Was given them a different point of attack, Lardizabal's entry. Tumaas yung excitement, ano?
Oh, yes. Well, sabi mo nga kanina, kulang ng rally. It definitely helps out the fans watching inside the arena.
What about the heroic plays coming from Manato and Alfaro?
Big credit to those liberos at 15 to 12 now. De La Noche, ooh, he was under.
Still alive.
13-15. Coach Kitty, I wonder what's going through his mind right now. First ball PB, it's Guaza. No more help from behind.
A little hesitation on the part of Casanya, a little delay. But still within the money zone of Guasa. 16-13, ahead by just 3 points.
See the numbers of our masterful setters in this matchup. J.M. Apolinario, again, this is only his second start. All conference long with 25 excellent sets. But on the other end of the floor, he may be sick, but he has 35 excellent sets. And remember, this is a 4-set match right now.
And for some playmakers, parang kalahating conference na yun.
My goodness. What a game by EJ Casanya. Again, before this, his conference high was 28. So this is already his best performance.
And he's feeling ill, by the way. Asamang pakiramdam.
Pero walang problema, gusto niya ng medal.
Banat lang.
Banat lang.
Ayan.
16-13. Nag-agawan pa, dalawa sa likod. But it's still good. Sent through by Jao Mandal. Guaza will locate
Smart.
zone 1.
That's such a smart hitter, no? Hindi lang palo ng palo, eh. Tingnan ko saan niya dinala.
Butas na butas.
Pero mahirap na delivery. Look at this. Nobody home. Dalawa na lang kanina yan.
Apat na ulit. Oh, no! This is slowly piled up for J-Rack De La Noche. The service errors.
Happens to the best of them. This is Chris Silang,
For the first time in this game,
a former Tamarao. Just like many other
Nadera.
big-name players here in the Spikers Turf.
Nadera is also a former Tamaraw. Silang is actually a current assistant coach
Diba?
of Far Eastern University. D-ball. And a point off the block for J-Rack. Yan ang bawi mo.
Talk about redemption. After a service error. Yung Kasanya, ilan na yan? Na excellent sets.
36 na. Imagine mo kung mabot siyang 40. He will average 10 excellent sets
Baka
per
record
set.
yan
Maybe.
sa history ng Spikers Turf.
Oh, wow.
Sa 4-setter, ha?
Sa 4-setter, exactly. That's 10 excellent sets per set. Umikot si Don Nadera. And here's Jared Schnacki. Alfaro there for the cleanup. Silang, open, umandal. That's a set that he likes.
Yes, yes, sinasabi ko na hinahanap niya. Finally, he gets one. Oh, down the line shot coming from Jao Mandal.
Mukhang dito arangkada si Jao. Tingnan natin kung bibigyan siya mula sa likod ni Sian. It is 15-18. Safely in. On to Vince. Schnacki overshot it. He's been rather quiet lately. Jared Schnacki.
Sumampa na sa 4, bumaba muli sa 2.
But that's the pattern though. When it comes down to 2, we've seen answers of CABSTARS. Oh, outside, and the pattern continues. Now we have Ramilo returning for Guaza to serve. Also to help out with the floor defense.
The stocky Ramilo.
Unang tingin. Palay mo, Navy, Army, di ba? Sa build niya.
Built like a baby tank.
Baptista. Got some hands there. Maybe ahead. And he turns the lead back down to 2.
Off the block point coming from Baptista.
Guaza returns. Tingnan mo, nakabuka talaga yung mga receivers ng CABSTARS. Opening the floor up for Lorenzo. And there's the
Wow.
signature by Dave.
And then attacking the middle blocker, we just save. We just serve. 20 in the set. And a 3-point lead.
Beautiful connection there. It's Baptista getting a hand.
His own version of an off-the-block winner.
Nice game by Romel Baptista,
And Caholo as well. Conference best.
who now returns alongside JM Apolinario.
Good job for Silang and Adera.
But they're still down by 2 in set number 4. De La Noche cross. Tight for Baptista. Able to send it through. Casanya back to J-Rack. Swiping it off.
Wow.
We have a challenge. Antenna touch. So Alpha wants to see the ball hit the antenna off of J-Rack De La Noche. Very important challenge here, as we are in the clutch of set number 4. We have more and more fans entering the Phil Oil Center, which we will gladly take, because again, it will be Savage versus Crisscross game 2 after this. That's off the blocker.
Before it hit antenna. Happened right in front of us.
The challenge unsuccessful. Making it 21, serving 18. Jared Schnacki will do the honors. They do have Bibi Malaiba, J-Rack De La Noche, and Dave Lardizabal in front. It's Caholo with a cross.
Unstoppable today is Kaholo. Probably in terms of attack percentage, is the best today. Out of all the players.
Open zone 1 there. Nearing zone 2. Ooh, not the best of passes. De La Noche, wow, nice adjustment by J-Rack.
Better control on the part of De La Noche after a slight bubble on the passing coming from Malaiba. Casanya with underhand set, no problem. Campfire defensively para sa Alpha. 3 points ahead and 3 points away from a bronze medal finish are the CABSTARS.
Kaholo, super spike down the line.
That was hot.
It really was. Malinis na malinis. Challenging Ardizabal. That's normally your target, as you mentioned. The middle blocker at the back.
Wala na yun. O, kailangan ulit natin ng good pass ha, para makaset up tayo ng play ha. Sino yung nasa middle? O, kailangan makomit natin yun ha, para yung natin, o, pinauli ha. Kumpiyansa lang uli. Sure lang ulit tayo doon sa gagawin natin, ha? O, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Again, with the pamatay sunog timeout is Coach Kitty Antipota. Now 22-20 in set number 4. CABSTARS would like to end this in 4 sets. Well, Alpha Insurance wants to fight for another set. And if they want to win the bronze, they got to win this matchup, and they will need to hope for Savage to win later on. As Abunyawan gives us a service error.
Probably that was the service error that hurt the most in this match.
Now CABSTARS are 2 points away. Polinario back to Billy Anima, who's been quite an answer in this set.
Yes. A lot of animo in Billy Anima today. Actually, the whole conference, one of the best I've seen him play.
Yeah, he's had a couple of double-digit scoring games. PB Malaiba able to get it through. Anima again, and he scores again.
Now they threaten, behind by 1, late in the set. Can the CABSTARS hold on?
Anima now has more points in this set compared to his first 3 combined.
4 lang yan, di ba?
Kanina, ayun, 5 na. So that puts him to 9 points. That's per hour unofficial account, and we have a timeout.
Yeah, advantage ulit tayo doon ha. PB, maliit yung blocker mo, ha? Malaki dito. O, go, sige, kaya mo yan. Kaya mo yan, isa lang. Mag-pass na ulit, ha? Mabilis sa'yo, patay mo, ha? Go!
Second, pamatay sunog timeout ni Coach Kitty. Will it actually work now? Alpha Insurance closing in, down by 1.
Well, as expected, a team that's down in the series will fight as fiercely as they can.
22-23, safely in by Kaholo. Battle at the net! Almost won by Casanya. And a chance ball of the ages. EJ back sets, D-ball, and a point off the block for J-Rack.
Unbelievable. Casanya again, making the right decision. Guasa wanted it. He's been a big scoring threat. Pero pagdating sa dulo, kanino ka pa pupunta? Porsyentuhan na naman.
And again on the one-on-one, successful is J-Rack de la Noche. 2 match points for CABSTARS.
Harap. Pagkata mo na sige doon, bigay mo kay Billy. Say lang. Yung pasta natin, dali natin ng konti sa ano ha? Sa 5, ha? Sige, tara.
Hey, compose lang! Go! Goal!
Backs against the wall for Alpha Insurance. EJ Casanya has been trouble for them all game long.
What a marquee matchup between Apolinario and Casanya. We are all treated to this amazing display of playmaking between these 2 excellent setters.
2 match points. A miscue. That's still in. Umandal awkwardly going up. Jared Snacky down the line, and it goes outside.
Can you believe it? Snacky will miss that opening.
Nanggigil siya as he saw the opening there.
Bad fall for Jao Mandal, by the way, holding on to his left shoulder.
One more look at it. Ito yun, he really had to save it.
This one. Ay, tukod niya.
Sa paa. Naglanding sa paa ng kanyang libero. Now Lopez is in to serve. So they technically have 2 setters on the floor with Apolinario as well. 1 match point for CABSTARS. Casanya to try to end it. Schnacky denied. Coverage present. Same guy. Jared with a cross, and that's it! Jared Schnacky and AEP CABSTARS will bag the bronze for the first time in SpikersSturf history.
Multiple chances to finish off. Schnacky finally delivers. And finally, I saw a smile on the face of EJ Casanya.
Yes.
More of a sigh of relief because he was not feeling too well. But then again, tremendous performance today. And this team will be rewarded with its best ever finish.
This was the final play. Pinabawi si Jared Schnacky. He now goes cross court. What a performance by one of the latest additions of CABSTARS. Schnacky finding a good home for himself. Same goes for Vince Lorenzo, Nas Guaza, and EJ Casanya, whom we have praised all game long. Magandang na-mention din ni May na hindi pa siya 100% in this game, highlighting his greatness even further.
Hindi maganda ang laro masyado, 39 excellent sets lang.
That's in 4 sets.
I haven't seen those numbers really in the SpikersSturf.
It could be a record.
Yes.
We'll have to confirm that, but right now, we just credit him for that number. EJ Casanya, smile, why don't you? Give us some finger hearts as we wrap up this coverage. Look at AEP CABSTARS, very proud of what they have achieved. It's been tight all game long. 25-22, 25-21, 23-25, and 25-23.
The AEP CABSTARS are your 2026 SpikersSturf Open Conference bronze medalists, winning over the Alpha Insurance Protectors in 4 sets. Our best player of the game is EJ Casanya. Now, EJ, congratulations! 39 excellent sets. Balita ko may sakit ka pa sa lagay na to. But I want to know your thoughts sa game natin, especially nung 3rd set, nung Alpha yung nanalo.
Siguro nung 3rd set, masyadong kaming nag-relax lahat. Sabi ko lang sa kanila nung 3rd set, alam ko na gusto nating manalo. Gusto natin makuha itong bronze, pero hindi agad ito ibibigay kung hindi natin tatrabahuhin. So, going to 4th set, I'm happy naman na nakinig sila and nagtulungan pa rin kami. And I'm so proud na nakuha namin itong bronze.
And definitely we can see that as you won the 4th set. So now, EJ, you can now call yourself a bronze medalist of the SpikersSturf as an AEP CABSTARS. So ano lang yung mga masasabi mo sa journey nyo throughout the conference, especially this year?
Masasabi ko lang is sobrang worth it lahat ng sacrifices namin, and especially sa boss namin. Minimension ko yung boss namin, kay Boss Glenn, na walang sawang sumusuporta sa amin, and sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa AEP CABSTARS. And I hope magtuloy-tuloy itong improvement namin sa next conference if meron pang CABSTARS. So, and thank you din sa lahat ng family namin, sa ayan, kay Beshi, kay Vince Lorenzo, Back-to-back bronze kami. And yun, thank you.
Ayan, I think nabati naman na lahat. Unless you wanna greet more, your fans, your family pa.
Binabati ko yung family ko, dyan si mama, and yung wife ko, and yung baby ko, and yung kapatid ko, and yung lahat ng sumusuporta sa CABSTARS.
And there you have it, EJ Casanya, bronze medalist. Congratulations to you and
Thank
to
you.
the rest of the AEP CABSTARS. Now back to you, Mix and Coach Ronnie.
Worth it ang lahat ng sakripisyo. Dumadayo pa po. Papuntang probinsya yung mga yan para mapag-ensayo kasama ang kanilang mga kampi.
Para seta mo lang ang katapat.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
A fluke game.
Yeah.
With, ira-round up ko na, an average of 10 excellent sets per set. What a game by EJ Casanya.
But nothing was easy. Tama si EJ. You will not get this on the silver platter. They had to fight hard. They had to be at their best. And there was a time when things were not right for them. But eventually, Casanya steadied the ship. And when they were able to once again bring down their error count to a number lower than their opponent, then things went smoothly for them. Even though Alpha pushed them all the way doon sa ating fourth and final set.
Alpha had a chance actually to send it on to a fifth and deciding set, but we are done with our Battle for Bronze series. AEP CABSTARS will win those bronze medals, and that will set us up for our Game 2 of the finals. It will be the Crisscross King Crunchers taking on the Savage Spin Doctors. Crisscross leading that series 1-0. Thank you for joining us in our first game. For May Reyes and Coach Ronnie Magsanok, my name is Mix Gomez. Wrapping up AEP CABSTARS versus Alpha Insurance.